So I'm going to develop my Jeremy Olsen collage into a drawing. Now I'm using pencil, a rubber pencil sharpener. I might need to go and get a ruler. And I'm looking at transferring it into a sketchbook. So I am not going to do it landscape like it currently is. I'm actually going to do it portrait. So I might have to make up a little bit of the head shape at the top. But that's fine. I'm also not going to fill my whole page, but you'll see what I'm doing. When I'm drawing it, I'm going to speed it up because it will take me quite a long time. I think I'm going to struggle with this, kind of breaking it down, but I'll show you how to do it. Okay. So it's really speeded up. It's about 10 times faster because it took me about an hour and 45 minutes to do this drawing. But I start off really light, pressing on really nice and lightly and getting the general shape of the face. Then I use a straight edge. I said I was going to use a ruler, but I was being lazy and I couldn't be bothered to find my ruler. So I just used our Wi-Fi password card to add in all of the straight lines. Now, some of the sections I kind of joined together because they looked very similar, but I was just trying to follow the line of each section that I've got on the picture in front of me. And I stood the picture up because I prefer the pictures to be stood up. It's also really important to sharpen your pencil every so often, so please make sure you do that. I then looked at each individual section, so a little bit like if you were gridding a portrait, I looked at each individual triangle or shape and then copied what I could see in there. Now I've kept it very, very simple and very linear and quite sketchy so that I can still see all of my shapes really well. And I've not done it too detailed because I know that I'm not going to do a pencil drawing, so I kind of want as little pencil as possible on my drawing because I don't like it when the pencil sticks in all your colours. So now I'm at this stage where I've got my pencil drawing kind of done. You've obviously got a myriad of options of media, so you could colour with pencil crayon. If you've got paints at home, you could use paint. What I'm going to make sure that I do is take a really good quality photograph of it at this stage, so that if I decide that I want to try some different ways of adding colour, then I absolutely can do, because I can just print off the photo again. That also means that you've got the option of kind of scaling it up. So if I want to keep it this size, because it's not very big, like it's not quite as big as my hand, if I'm going to use pencil crayon today, but if I wanted later to use paint, I might want it to be a bit bigger. And, you know, if I wanted, so I could take a picture of it and then scale it up to A3, let's say, and get it printed out at school and paint on top of it later. The other thing that you can do with a photo is if we're back at school, we can project it onto the screen, the board at school, and then you can trace it off that as well. So you can make it as big as you like, really. So I'm going to take a photograph of it. I've kept it fairly rough because I don't like working with kind of too much detail, but I'm really happy with the shapes that I've got. Most of my shape in here will come with adding colour. There's a couple of things that I've done though that I just wanted to point out. So where I've got really obvious facial features, I've obviously put those in. Where there's just kind of lumps of tone, I've left those blank because I don't want to add any tone. And this one down here is actually two pieces, but I think I put, it looks like the same piece to me, so I've made it into this same piece there. And I've kept it quite simple line drawing so that I can put all of my detail in with tone. So if you were more comfortable doing sketching in pencil and not using colour, I would still get it to this stage, take a picture, and then add your pencil tone on there as well.